What's going on, guys? I'm back in my room this time. I was going to be out in the beautiful sun, but I ended up, I went out late. I woke up late at like 3 and I ended up going out at like 7. And when I got out there, I pretty much cut my finger like straight away. It's got a plaster on it, but so I just came back because it was like bleeding a fair amount. It was right on the sort of almost on the nail sort of area. So yeah, I came back and this is the video now. And I want to talk about the sun's energy that it provides you, like, because it definitely provides you with some energy at least. I don't know exactly quite how that works. I suppose, I mean, it does, like, definitely. Sunlight releases serotonin, that is like known, and it gives you obviously vitamin D and maybe some other things. And obviously there's breatharians out there and that sort of people who believe that you can get all of it, the subtler energies you don't need to eat. Like, it's not what this video is about, but like, some people believe that, like, that is definitely, and it's something I'm intrigued by and I will look into, and maybe I'm definitely interested in that sort of thing. Maybe not breatharian specifically, but that sort of thing. And I just wanted to say, regardless of your beliefs about that, sun is a really crucial thing. I think we are definitely animals which are made to be in the sun, like not in the hot sun. We are, I would say by definition, tropical animals. All of our other, like pretty much all of the other great apes live in sort of tropical environments, and it's the only place where we could be without clothes all year round, and it's the only place where there's loads of abundant, accessible food all the time, and you don't have to resort to those survival foods of meat and eggs and dairy, which you do have to if you're in the desert or you're in the Arctic. Like the Arctic, you have to go and you have to get what you can, and there's like so many people eat meat and that sort of thing because it's traditional. Because when people first moved to those areas, that is what you can eat. Like some people, that's my thing about veganism. Like some people have to, like, as there is no any option. Veganism only really applies to the first world. Like if you're in a third world country, it's better if you can avoid it. But if you've got, you don't have, whether you do or not, breatharian debate, but for standard you have to eat something, so they just have to eat it. But so yeah, getting a bit of a ramble, but yeah, get some sun. Like I always feel like when it's in the winter time, and it's all because I'm in the UK, and where I am, when it's winter time, you do get some nice sun in the morning and the afternoon, but it's overcast most of the time. So it's not like it's cold, but you've got sun. It is just overcast pretty much all the time, which is just crappy. It's been overcast a fair amount tonight, like today. Like it's been sunny the past few days, but you only tend to get sun when it's either rising or setting before it's reached the clouds. Obviously, that's not quite how it works. I'm not sure about the science of it, but like when it's sort of setting or rising, dawn and dusk, you get the sun. It comes down from the clouds, and you actually get to have some of that sun, and it gives you that energy, and you release that serotonin. And I think, I could be wrong, but I've heard that you need to see sun to be able to get proper sleep. So your body needs to know that your mind needs to know that your eyes need to know you are awake, if you know what I mean. They need to know it is daytime. And that you need to get as much, in theory, you need to get as much sun as you can because it knows it's daytime, and then you'll sleep better. I would say yes, because I probably sleep better in the summer. Besides, obviously, the heat, that doesn't help too much. But like being indoors, it gets really hot with no breeze and that sort of thing. Yeah, just get your sun really. That's the main premise of this video, to be honest. Like, there's not too much more to talk about. I just wanted to do a video about sun and like the energy it can give you, and I also will do more videos potentially on the breatharian state, but not for a while. It will be because I'm still on the whole foods, and I'm not eating the most light foods either. I'm not just on fruitarian at the moment. I'm not that level yet. I haven't really got into fasting yet. I will, but as you know, time just comes along, and I think I need to try some psychedelics because I've heard that they can help you realise the breatharian state and that sort of. Because a YouTuber I watched, Saeed Mobaid, he said that like well, I've heard other people report that when you take acid or whatever, you don't want to eat for like a whole time, and that is like your third eye and your psychedelic like opening, or like your spiritual awakening, and you realise you don't need to eat, so you don't eat for that time, and then obviously you come back down to reality, and you need to get, if you don't integrate, which like I've heard that a lot of people, which I've heard is something important to do, and like I'll talk more about this when I have experience with it, but I've heard that you need to integrate it, so and a lot of those people don't, they just do it and they're like, wow, my life's been changed, and then they're living the same life a week later or whatever, like they don't take the time to I think that's the important thing with lots of things, regardless of like psychedelics. With so many things, you have to try and implement and learn from something. And unfortunately for me, I only really learn by my failures. So like when someone's like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that," I try anyway to learn by the failure, and like I learn from the negative, which is not always the best way to learn, I don't think, but it's how I am at the moment, as I learn by the negative. So that's kind of why I'm into sort of quitting. I'm into the idea of quitting drinking, like not fully, but like not being a regular thing. Like I've got my last. I was gonna go out and have this when I was gonna have a little fire and everything. I've got a last little. It's literally my last alcohol I have, and it's Martini Rossi, so it's not like a spirit or anything. I've just got it in here because I threw the bottle away. It's 15%, so it's sort of like a strong wine, I guess, or it's like a fortified wine, that sort of type thing. Like loads of herbs and spices, and not spices maybe, but herbs and floral stuff. And like I've got this, which I'm going to be giving up after. I said it was my last day yesterday, but I kind of meant my last tank. I only have, honestly, the smallest amount ever left. Like that'll like most likely be this evening gone. I've got more liquid, but I'm not gonna do it because I don't know. That's my. Hopefully I'll be able to sell it and get rid of it and just get it out of my life and move on. I don't, because it never. I found it was something. It never really compared to smoking actual like tobacco cigarettes to me. Like smoking that, like actual smoking. Even when I had my vape, like I still did smoke, and I wouldn't. The vapes are too much of a hassle as well because you don't want to break it, you don't want it to leak and all that sort of shit. They're a lot of effort. Whereas a cigarette, you just roll it, smoke it, and it's done with, and you don't have to. Obviously, it's a lot worse for you, but it's a different kit. It's a completely different box of frogs, really. It's not the same. It's not the same thing at all, to be honest. Some people, it's brilliant for, and they quit and like it really works for them. But it's just like, I mean, I haven't got any cigarettes at the moment, and I'm not going to have them at least till the end of this, because I just don't want to pay the money. They're fucking so expensive. Like I know in Ipswich, which is near me, I can get some that are really cheap. I don't know if that's probably in some ways a bad thing, but like smoking is just bad for you anyway. So I wouldn't see it make much of a difference, to be honest. I can get like a pack of 20 pack for like £4 or something, which is like it's cheap like for this sort of, for where we are, and they're not in like the olive grey packages, which they should be, and they're like I don't know where they come from, but yeah. Anyway, that's not what this talks about, but I suppose this talks about whatever it wants to be about, I guess. But yeah, so message of like the end of the story is get your sun. Like it really helps you or make you feel happy. The more you can sun gaze and sunbathe and stuff like that. Like last time when I had my fire in that video, I was just, instead of going for a walk, I ended up just having a fire and just sitting there for like probably an hour and walked around a bit barefoot. But I just sat there for like a good long time, just enjoying it and just chilling out. Just, I don't know, it just revitalizes you. It gives you life. Like the sun definitely provides life. Like literally, like it provides life, because like that's how plants live, and obviously all animals in a sense eat plants, like the herbivores eat the plants and get all their like protein and nutrition and everything like that, and then like, well, we do, we shouldn't really, but like actual carnivores, obligate carnivores, or actual omnivores will get their protein from the protein that's been converted by the herbivore into the herbivore's flesh, and obviously we get involved in there sometimes, and sometimes we have to, but or we had to. I think that's the moral take of it, really. We had to, because even like there is actually enough protein, calories, nutrition to feed the world without like the amount of we waste so much resources on feeding an animal. Like, why would you filter food through something? Why wouldn't you just eat the food? Like we get all this corn and the grain and everything and the soya and all that, whatever. We feed it to the animal, and then it wastes loads of it. Obviously, like just living, it wastes loads of it, and then we eat it and we've lost loads of it. Like, so actually, there is enough for everyone. No one on this planet should be starving. No one has to starve. We just have a crap system, really. We don't run it well, and we don't treat people fairly, and hopefully that's a world we're going to be moving into within the next, I would say, 100 years or so. It's good. People are going to be like, "What the fuck? You guys ate animals? Like, are you crazy? Are you dumb? Like, that's not. It doesn't make sense at all. Like, it's bad for everything. It's not the only thing it is good for is getting a bit of pleasure. Really, that's the only thing it is actually good for." So they'll be like, "What? Are you crazy? Why would that's mad?" They'll laugh at that. Be like, "Whoa, what? Can't believe you guys used to eat that crap." And hopefully I'll be alive to see that. Like, I would hope. I know it won't be. It depends when I have or if I have kids. But if I have kids, I'd love for my son to be like, "What the fuck? Can't believe you ate that," and just take the piss out of me, like for when I used to eat it when I was younger. Well, actually, to be fair, I only ate like land-based meat for, if that makes sense, like cattle and chicken for like 2 years of my life. I was pescatarian all the way until I think I only ate meat for 2 years of my life, and then I went so I was pescatarian and then pretty much vegetarian, pescatarian, and that was like a couple of years on meat, and then I actually flipped the fuck back, and I just went completely back to the good side, as though it were. Like, obviously, good and bad and evil is sort of all relative, and it's just, life's just a game we're playing. But I went back to the light side, and I'm like back to the. I'm still not the. I'm not like I'm never gonna claim at the moment. I am 150 bloody percent. Like, I'd say I'm probably 99.9 or whatever, that kind of thing percent. Like, because I'm just a bit of. I'm not much of a checker, and I'm a bit of a lazy guy. Like I'll eat something that I think is vegan, and I won't really check it. But if I find out, then I'll stop having it. Like, I had some crackers, and I just thought, "Whoa, it's a cracker!" Like, because obviously some crackers and some biscuits are, and I had a cracker, and I was like, "Hang on," and then I had like a fig roll, and I just thought, "Well, it's a fig roll. It's just whatever that stuff is. Like, it's just that pastry bread stuff." And I was like, and then I found out it wasn't, and obviously I won't have that now. But yeah. Anyway, this talk's actually been quite long, to be honest. And if you guys have stuck around, give us a thumbs up. Give us a comment. Like, I'm actually pretty happy if someone sticks around for this long. That'd be awesome. Like 14 minutes about me just rambling on about stuff. Like, that would be that'd be an achievement. 15 minutes by the end, I reckon, nearly. So yeah, give us a thumbs up. Give us your comments, and like, subscribe for this. It's more of this, really. It's this every day. It's daily updates of what I think and what I'm doing and that sort of stuff. So I'll leave it at 14:30. So thumbs up, comments, subscribe.